Hello, and welcome to my new series, From Chump to Champ. This series is going to be a progress series documenting my progression in terms of PVM, my progression towards my ultimate goal of getting Golden Reaper, as well as my general Ironman progression. The idea came to me while I was researching how to improve at PVM, and while there's a ton of great content out there on how to improve, I didn't really see anyone documenting the process of improving. And since I was recording a lot to be able to use my own clips to help myself improve, I thought cutting it together and share with others would be a fun thing to do. This episode is going to be an overview of from where I'm starting from. A quick note, I actually did start this a couple months ago. However, a lot of the clips that I had got lost, and I had made the clips too long to cut everything together in a timely manner. So when I started thinking about like releasing them, some of the stuff that I would be talking about in the context of the episodes kind of didn't make sense as to when the episodes would come out. Things like talking about the Zamorak bad luck mitigation changes, the EOF update that led us back to back, and things like that. While all that stuff I would talk about made sense when I was recording, it didn't quite make sense because I would release them way later than when it happened. With all that being said, I'm going to try to point out some of the things that I have learned over the last couple months within the first few episodes. A little bit about myself. I've been playing this game since about the release of Slayer. Well, I started a little bit after that. And like many others, I did quit when EOC came out, and I came back a bit later. I have a max main and kept remaxing as new skills came out, but I never really got into PVM. I was beginning to get into PVM on my main, but I got really bored because of the point I was at in the account. I was just kind of doing the same thing over and over again. I would do the best boss that I could, buy an upgrade and repeat, and it just kind of sort of got boring. So I started the Ironman. Part of the reason I do love this mode is because it forces you to learn all the intricacies of the game, including PVM. If I want an upgrade, I have to get it, and that means I have to learn and I have to improve. This episode is going to be about, showing you where I'm starting out from in my goal of Golden Reaper, my kill counts, my PRs, my early goals, as well as a bank bit to show you where I'm starting. One additional thing about this, I am recording this bit after some parts of episode 1, so there might be some little bits and bobs that are mismatched in terms of progress. So let's get started with my boss logs. So for the boss logs, I figured I'd just go through all of this, go from the list, open up the collection log, show you what I got. So starting with the Ambassador, ED3. I've only done one ED3 kill. I did it specifically so I can finish up Reaper Crew. I still don't have Reaper Crew. Still got one more boss left for that, and I'll talk about that when I get there. So one kill took me about almost 6 minutes to do. Again, didn't really know what I was doing, so it doesn't really matter, but all I have is the lore book. Obviously can't really expect much from one kill. Araxor, thankfully I'm a big old spoon here. I don't really like Araxor specifically because I don't like the reflect mechanics, and well, I don't like the reflect mechanics. Sorry, visually it's hard for me to see it coming. I wish it like made a clear sound because that would make it much easier to deal with, but it doesn't. But something I have to learn and get better at. 300 kills. I do have all the hilts plus the one additional web, and then I have 4 total leg pieces. The weapon I did make was the noxious staff. Currently use that as my ceramic swap. Arc Glacier. I did a little bit of Arc Glacier on release, a decent amount I would say. Highest in rage so far is 309, so not really the greatest. I did a lot AFK when like one mechanics my phone. So I'm at 663 normal mode and 541 hard mode. Log, nothing too special. Really, all I have is the scripture when I did make the first adornment and the pet, and the Lang artifact, which I used on my Carapax wrist straps. Up next, Astalarn. We'll just say this is ED2. ED2 is one of my big goals right now. Log is almost done. I still need the 18 or 18. No, actually, I have all the kills I need, I think, for IFB. I have the entire log done, plus Greater Barge. Again, or just minus Greater Barge, I mean. Pretty big spoon here, obviously. 3 Furies. But really want Barge because really want to start learning to hybrid. I do a little bit of that at Carapac. It's the only real place where I can do it effectively, but because I don't have barge, but hopefully I can get that soon and start implementing it more. Barrows Brothers, something I do on the side whenever I really don't feel like playing, and well, I feel like playing, but not really. I'm at 461 kills. Unfortunately, this log, I have to do basically all this stuff again. Some of it I have already, but I did a lot of my barrows before I realized I would want to do Golden Reaper. So I kind of disassembled my entire log. So hopefully I can get this all by the time I get my Linza pieces. Rots, like I said, didn't do a whole lot of rots so far. All I have is the energy, still need shields, but yeah, not much to say there. Raids, again, I don't like raids. Done one Yakamaru kill, one on like 36 BM, so not much progress, but we'll get to that. ED2 we already talked about. Chaos Elemental, again, one of the ones that I haven't really touched. I did do a few revenants to get Statius Warhammer. First one I got was Corrupt, but that second one is real and is an EOF, thankfully. Zilliana, again, another one I didn't touch because I really didn't need to. So let me crystal mask this again. Didn't really do too much because I didn't really need to. I went in to get a hilt and a murmur for clue. Clues, and that's basically all I've done. Corp again, another one I haven't really touched because didn't really need to. Kind of waiting to get the Masterwork Spear to be able to get this going, but yeah, not much to say here. I'm probably going to be doing this soon as well. Leviathan, that is ED3 we talked about. Corrosis, I hate Corrosis. 252 kills through here. 2 drops so far, so I'm not like super unlucky. Actually, I'm actually pretty lucky here. Both these drops were on masses, not on day of release, but near day of release. But only about 50 of those kills were in the masses, so 204 mans is basically what I'm at with no drops there. But again, I can't really complain because 50 of my kills were in masses and I got drops on those masses. DKs, I'm still missing one item for DKs, like actual item. I need the Archer's Ring still. Is my Slayer task right now, and I'm doing that off of, you'll see that in episode 1. Still looking for 2 pets as well, but I have everything else I need from DKs, so hopefully soon that'll be another log done. Grardor, 666 kills. I wish I had this done right with that because that'd be hilarious, but yeah, I finished up my full Bandos way back when at 666 kills, or I'm sorry, I think it was a little before 666, and I stopped after that, just because I thought it was funny. Giant Mole, who cares about Giant Mole? 36 hard mode, 16 normal. Have a few 2Hs and a cleaning mole, but still need the pet. I'll probably AFK that, to be honest. Grigorovich, I only done Greg on my phone, kind of mobile, AFK-ish, I guess. For Reapers, I have a Glaive and a couple Essence, and that's it. Huracan, most of this has been done with Zuck. Well, a good chunk of it has been done with Zuck, obviously. I did a couple for some Onyxes, but yep, still looking for Shrimpy. And I'll probably finish this log with Zuck. Hellweir, I've done a decent amount of Hellweir. I'm at 518 kills, have the entire log done minus the pet. Still have to do my 100 hard modes though, so I'll probably get to that fairly soon. Calfight King, I've only done these on duos, but not really doing too much. Not even at 50 kills, no drops though. KQ, I do these on Slayer task typically. Another obviously place that I hybrid, but you know, doesn't really matter because I have to, or I need full Verax to AFK it. Just looking for the pet. Wait, I have a D-chain? Apparently I have a D-chain. I did not know that. Carapac. Now, Carapac is kind of important to me. The reason it's important to me is kind of the thing that motivated me to want to get better at PVM. For all these kills, almost all these kills are solos. All of except for I think like 10 of them are solos. For hard mode. One of my clanmates kind of motivated me to get into it. He's kind of like me. He's not the greatest at PVM. But you know, I was like, oh, if he can get a staff, I can get a staff. And that's kind of where this all kind of stems from. My very first kill was almost a 15-minute kill on a yak. You know, took my time to make sure I didn't die. But yeah, so I have basically the entire log done. And just looking for the pet. When I started this series initially, I was at like 100 normal mode kills. I'm doing normal mode specifically because it's supposed to be faster for the pet, given that you take less than half the time to do normal mode as you do for hard mode. And it's been fun just because I've been hybriding it, and you know, it's entertaining. Definitely makes you want to get this. Specifically has helped me get the motivation to go back to ED2, so I can't start hybriding in places because I just find that so much fun. KBD, not much to say. 140 kills. Still looking for a few things. I did get the boots, all these boots and gloves from later Flash events. So hopefully I can finish up this log soon enough. Probably not, because it took me a couple thousand on my main. Criara is the only log that I have done, so you will not see any Criara content. 862 normal, 459 hard mode, and everything is done. I might go back for some components, but chances are I'll just AFK warriors or something like that for components that I need. Let's scroll down here. Krill Titsarath. Need a crystal mask here. Krill Titsarath. God Wars 1 Zamorak, 1001 normal mode, no pet. Still don't have the spear or the steam battle staff, so what I'll probably do, since I'm at threshold, is I didn't crystal mask, sorry. Since I am at the threshold, I'll probably just go to hard mode until I get the pet. If I get these two items before I get the pet, or when I get the pet, awesome. If not, I might go down normal. Don't know. I'll figure that out. I guess it's more kind of depends on if these items are more common on hard mode as to normal. Is something I have to look up. Legions. I do have my first bow, and that's it. Still need 3 more signets for and all the pets, but you know, by the time I get the pets, I'll probably have a few bows finished up. The Magister. I don't like the Magister. I'm at 404 kills. I was really hoping I would get this. I'd kind of spoon this one because I hate the key mechanic, and I hate this key mechanic more than the Legion's key mechanic because it basically really can't do it off Slayer task, which I think is dumb. But yeah, still need the gloves, still need the pet, so we'll see how that works out. ED1, I've only done 2 ED1s, both in groups. 6 ancient scales. I'm pretty sure none of these ancient scales I've gotten have been from ED1, unironically. I think they all have come from Rex Matriarchs. Where are we? Next, I've done no necks. I've thrown some darts at necks, specifically when I wanted to get into hard mode care pack, because I wanted the defender for P4. But I'm kind of waiting on necks until I get Gricko. So yeah, AOD, I do love AOD. I haven't done a whole lot of AOD, but I find it a ton of fun. But yeah, as one that I'm gonna have to do a whole lot of to get Golden Reaper, I know, because either weapon is like a 1 in 2K for a specific weapon. So I have a few of my friends who are either getting to Golden Reaper or close to Golden Reaper, and yeah, their next kill counts are insane. Or their AOD kill counts are insane. I am not looking for. I'm looking forward to it because it's fun, but I'm not looking forward to seeing how much kill count I need. QBD. I skipped QBD on the progress. Still need the stabilizer, kite shield, and the upgrade kit and the pet, obviously. Thankfully, they did make that change to make the animation go away, so that should make QBD much easier. Raksha. Next up is Raksha. I hate Raksha. It's not so much that I hated doing it, more so that I am super unlucky here. So I have 271 solos and 245 duos. Now it might not look like my log is super bad here and just north of 500 kills. You know, I do have 3 of almost each of the boots, a Shadow Spikes, G-Chain, and the pet. But 2 of these laceration boots I respawned at the Slayer monsters. Same thing with the Blast Diffusion boots. All my duo kills, I did. Neither myself nor my duo partner ever hit the drop table until that 245. Now he did, my duo partner at the time had done a bunch of Raksha. So, I mean, he never hit the drop table with me, but he hit the drop table with other people a lot. But yeah, so in those 245 kills, we didn't see anything until I got the Shadow Spike and I got pissed off and basically rage quit Raksha. Went back after I got my FSOA and started doing solos for the 271 kills. In those 271, I got two fleeting boots and then one of each of the other boots, and then G chain. So, but before I hit the G chain, basically my drop rate for getting on the rare drop table, it was like a less than 1% chance for me to have my drop rate of hitting the table. So it is one of my more painful bosses because, yeah, I should technically have at least like enough codices to have them all, but I have 1, and yeah, it's just painful. But I'll probably be starting Raksha again fairly soon because I do want Greco, mainly so I can start range mage hybriding. Because I like range and I like mage. I enjoy melee as a hybrid option, but I would rather rage mage. It just seems more fun to me because I like those styles more, just how it is. Matriarchs, I'm at 12, 13 kills. A lot of this was AFKing Rathus. Most of this was AFKing Rathus. Kind of funny because this is like one of my biggest spoon logs, but it's the biggest spoon log in like the worst way possible. So most of this was AFKing Rathus. I have enough spear parts to almost make 5 spears, which is super spooned. I do have 3 hearts of the archer, but these 3 happened in the last like 50 kills. So I was at like 1150-ish with 8 hearts of the berserkers and no hearts of the archers, which they should drop evenly. But yeah, so I'm super spooned, but never in the way that I would like to be. But yeah, this is kind of something I do on downtime and if I get a Dinosaur Slayer's task. Singdom Guardian we talked about. Seiryu, I think we talked about ED1, so we're going to skip talking about that. Solak, I'm super excited about this. I do want to start Solak again. Most of my Solak kills, you'll find this amusing. I have 32 successful kills, but 66 pages. I don't have a cluster. So Solak, for a very, very long time, had positive ended up killing me more than I killed him. I kept dying a whole lot, so I had a team that carried me. Big old shout out to them, I guess. But I'm getting better and starting to learn it a little better, so I stopped dying. So that gap should close. But yeah, I do have a purple mushroom. I do actually want to learn solo Solak, so I'm thinking that's probably going to be coming up here soon once I get the Zuck scripture. I think I should be able to do it with that, but we'll see. ED3 we talked about, so we're skipping Terracat. Telos, I have not touched Telos. Telos is the last boss I need for Reaper Crew. I might try that to get that done in episode 1 or episode 2. I might do it blind just for funsies. But yeah. Twin Furies, not much to say about it. 428 kills. Most of the log is done. Still need a crest and still need the pets, but yeah, outside of that. So I know some of this I've been talking about, it kind of annoyingly being super dry, but Zuck is the opposite of that for me. So I have 9 normal mode kills, with 20-minute kill time for normal modes. Again, I did this like around release, and then I wanted to get the hybrid cape, so I did 6 hard modes. When I finish my cape, I still have not recorded a kill time, so actually I think there's a pretty big one of my biggest Reddit posts that are on there about being better lucky than good. So this is the one about that. I have a full Zuck sword in 6 kills. I got Obsidian Blade on my first kill, Magma Core on kill number 3 or 4, and then got the hilt on kill number 5, and number 6 I finished the hybrid cape. So I have a full Zuck sword and the hybrid cape, but still don't have a kill time, meaning every kill has been over 40 minutes long. But Zuck is definitely something I enjoy. I think what I'm going to do is do all my normal mode KC for IFB first, just because normal mode is far less fun than hard mode. Excuse me. Normal mode is far less fun than hard mode. So I want to I don't want to be having my hard modes done, have all the drops, and then have to do normal mode as a slog. Also, normal mode, I think I'd probably be able to do that in normal spellbook, so that I don't have to, so I can get a bunch of blood runes that way. Jad, I'm not much to say again. I think it does share a KC log with Harakin. Most of these are done through either Harakin or Zuck. Virak Lith, we talked about ED2, Vindicta. So this is one of the ones that I'm closest to being done with. I just need one more pet. I'm probably going to do it AFK. I use this a lot to learn how to use my my FSOA. I used a lot of hard mode because it's basically a DPS dummy at that point, which was nice. Virago, I do enjoy Virago. I need to get back to Virago. Yeah, that's all there really is to it. I have 11 kills. I did use the tectonic energy to make the mask, and then I was like, oh, I have enough draconic energy to make an elite mask. Then I forgot I need next drops, so I don't have a mask anymore, and I don't want to use the rest of my tectonic energy to remake that mask until I can make it an elite. Yakka, I've only done one Yakka kill, as I said before, so nothing much to talk about there. And Zamorak, I've done 53 solos, 29 normals. Not much to say about it. I did get spooned, got a bow piece on the last normal mode kill I did. I might be the only person who will ever say this, but I'm a little sad about this. So when the BLM changes came down, I was a little sad about the BLM changes. I think they should have made everything just rarer in general, below 100, but kept the BLM and have it scale though the way they did it. But I also think that they should not have let the bow be able to drop it sub 100. That's just my own opinion. But you know, I was fortunate enough to get at least a bow piece. I was personally hoping it would be a codex drop, but because that's what I went there for, but it wasn't. So up next, let's go through the bank. All right, let's go over the bank, shall we? So first tab is just kind of a general tab, goes through some random stuff that I don't know where I want to put it, and some stuff that I use kind of commonly, like my refresh tokens, things like that. My note paper, my chaos diary rolls. Got to do some Zammy so I can get rid of these, and my blessed flask grind for my sandstone here. Pretty close to it. I do want to get the blessed flask soon because I do want to start Zuck, and I really want those for Zuck. Tab 2 is my melee tab. Has a lot of my Slayer stuff as well, like my Ritual Shard, Excalibur, things like that. But yeah, not much to it. I do have the hybrid Zuck cape and Scourge here, pretty important. My 5kc EZK, one of my many Laniakea spears. I think I drop traded quite a few of the other ones, or they're in the other my soon to be drop traded tab. But yeah, not much else too exciting in here. I do have the spear piece here, or the MSOA spear stuff. Just need to do next for that, obviously, as I said before. The EOF in here is my Stadius Warhammer, but other than that, I don't think anything too exciting. I do have this, as I said, my dual wield setup right now is the Scourge and this offhand here. I'm going to turn that into the tier 85 offhand from Glacier, and then turn this into my clue swap, which is what this sword right here is. But other than that, I don't think there's much to say here. My range tab, again, not a whole lot. My current range setup is I have my low tier setup, which is full Elite Robin, and then my high tier setup is my Serenic. Crossbow is my two-wheel setup is Ascension with a glaive. Planet Feet is my Wyvern, and I do have a Decimation as my bow. I do have a Pernix Quiver. I'm working on my second one right now, but yeah, not much else to talk about in here. Mage is my best combat style. Have the most stuff for it. Do have the FSOA, do have the Inquisitor, do have a Carry swap, have decent dual wield setup at tier 88 main hand, tier 85 offhand. The orb, my cyber orb is my flanking swap. I really don't flank too much. This abyssal orb is my Planet Feet swap. My armor, like my power gear, is my anima core. Well, I just disconnected, so once I reconnect, we'll get this started again. Well, I am back now. That was interesting to say the least, but what was I saying? We were on the anima core, so I do have near best in slack perks on my anima core. I do have enhanced wrist wraps and blast boots. I did use the shadow spike on this, and I do have enough draconic energy for a full elite tectonic set, but most of it's sitting in the chest, I believe. My tank gear also nearly best in slot for bossing. This augmented ceasing rose top and crypt bloom bottom is the setup. I use the boots from time to time just to get the crypt bloom buff. But yeah, I do have 4 full rune pouches. These 3 are my combat pouches. This one is actually for crystal mask right now. I kind of interchange that one for whatever I want, but yeah. Outside of that, I don't think much to say here. My rune stack's looking good, minus my blood runes and my soul runes, but there's nearly 16,000 souls in here, and 16,000 souls in here. But yeah. Summoning tab, basically just pouches and div energy, so not much to say here. Decent stack of binding contract pouches, but we need way more in all honesty. This is my raw materials tab. Again, not a whole lot to say. Have all my porters for my blessed flask grind right there. But yeah, outside of that, not much to say. Food, we all like food. That's all I got. Do need to get back to some fishing because blubbers are running low. My farming tab, Garden of Carid, has definitely took a hit on my seed stacks. Hoping that I don't have to get a Lantidime seed of the day soon, so that way I can hit all the purchases that I want. But yeah. Yeah, but not much to say here. And obviously I have a good amount of golden roses somewhere. There they are, 155. I do those daily. Herblore tab, now this is actually one of my favorite tabs. I do have a whole lot of potions here. I have enough stuff here to make another 1,500 elder salves. I make them batches of 1,500 at a time. I do want to get 200 mil herblore. But yeah, that's really all there is to say about this right now. I think this is just the general jewelry tab, which I didn't know where to put stuff. So it's like jewelry that I use with everything. So my reverse ring is in here, but my combat rings are in the proper tabs. My Salamancy necklace is in here. My Luck of the Dwarves, my 2 Grace of the Elves, Ring of Death, etc., etc. Not much to say about it, but yeah. Skilling outfit tab, and this is where all my skilling outfits go, and I guess random outfits because I have all the prif stuff here, as well as my tools, and I have stuck the stuff fungi in here. So for a while, what I would do is when I was doing anything, I'd just go run to Croesus and grab one of the enriched fungal spores so I could get a trove. That is how I finished the Pernix Quiver. So my clue scroll tab here. So the way I do my clues is I hit 50 in a stack, and then I'll do all of them that are in there, and then do a big opening during every single meerkat. So I'm almost at my 50 elites, so looks like we'll be doing clues in one of the episodes coming up soon. Don't like clues, but have to do them, obviously, so that's how I do it, so I don't kill myself. But well, so I shouldn't say that. That's how I do it, so I don't hate myself. I should say. But yeah, I hate myself for a day when I get to that 50. I don't know why I have an archaeology tab, but I do. That's all I got to say about that. I do. I'd probably go make that Tetra and see what we get. Do I have enough piece stuff to make that Tetra? I don't know. Let's check. Missing green and missing purple. So no, I don't. So I'm not going to do that anytime soon. I might do that before I do my clue run though. And then this is my drop trade tab and my alch tab. I do drop a lot of stuff to my main for bond money or stuff like that. But yeah, this is where all this goes. So I have my 3 spears here. I'm not going to drop these spear pieces until I get another full spear, but my 3 spears I'm going to drop over. My extra Zerk rings. Had my 2 Furies in here, but I did a drop trade recently. So once I get a good amount of stuff that I want to send over, I'll drop it over, and that's where this all goes. But that's where I'm at, basically. So, you know, I hope you're kind of excited to see this series. Hopefully, you guys get a laugh at me failing a whole lot and trying to get better at this game. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to see more. Thanks. Bye.